to the Serengeti. We fucking hate Triple H. It's gonna leave a mark. Oh yeah, man.
To proceed with caution.
It's basic mathematics, man.
Shut up, bitch. Give me a fucking mic.
Hey, yo. Let's get into it. Let me tell you.
Dummy. Yeah. Yeah. Dummy. Yeah. Yeah. Dummy. Yeah. Yeah.
A lot has taken place on this episode of NXT this week. We start off with Ava, middle of the ring, with all the NXT talent talking about how Oba vacated the NXT championship. Smart move, can't blame him. He's going up to Raw, so we need a new NXT champion. And then here comes Ricky Maivia, who suffers from, what do they call it, MCS, main character syndrome. Alright, he comes out thinking he's on some Triple H shit back at 02, thinking he's just going to be handed the NXT championship. Ava says, nah. There's going to be a 6-man ladder match to determine who's going to be the new NXT World Champion. Alright, there's going to be qualifying matches to determine who those 6 men are. All hell breaks loose, there's pandemonium in the ring, and then we see the arrival of my nigga Keanu Carver. Because if you remember the breakout tournament in 2023, this was my pick to win. I wanted Keanu to win. Alright, they went with Oba. I ain't mad at it. No, I do find it disrespectful niggas calling him Oba Jr. Like, come on, man. Stop it. I said this before and I'll say it again. I see Monty in Keanu Carver. That's who I see. He comes through, he throws, I think it was Eli Knight. Yeah. Keanu, he's on his Mark Henry shit, throws his ass to the audience. He throws out Ricky Smokes from the Mean Street Posse, or aka the Vanity Project, right? Power bombs Brooke Jensen through the announce table, right? Tells Jackson Drake to sit the fuck down, right? And then throws his ass to a bunch of jobbers on the outside. He was like, it's my time. It's my time. I'm like, yeah. Let him know, Oos. It is your fucking time. Like, he told Jackson Drake, oh, you want to be Evolved Champion? You can keep that shit. I'm going after the bigger title, and that's the NXT World Championship. Alright, you got Ricky Maivia looking shook on the outside. So I hope he wins. Either him or Tony D'Angelo. Those are the 2 people who need to win. I don't want to see Ricky Maivia with that belt again. Because if we're being honest, Ricky Maivia should also be called up to the main roster. I mean, bro, you're in AEW fucking Dynamite for fuck's sake. Like, you're good. You won the title. You're like, yeah, no business going over Opa Femi. When you did, you beat him. You're a champion. You got it. So you might as well get called up to fucking Raw, SmackDown. You know what I mean? Well, I guess Cody's on SmackDown. So there you go. You go carry his bags on SmackDown. But then we move on. We got the next match coming up. We have Muy Caliente, Lola Vice, Kalani Jordan. I'm like, these 2 look absolutely fantastic. My goodness. And it's kind of crazy how I think both their men are on SmackDown, because I think Lola is with Priest and Kalani is married to Hayes, Carmella Hayes. Crazy. Next, we get Ava Raine backstage, alright, and we got the foreshadowing with the Don of NXT. Tony D'Angelo still rocking his Fallout 4 Brotherhood Paladin bomber jacket. They're teasing a little something later on towards the main event, right? That's what they do here in NXT. They do a lot of foreshadowing. We get the match. Kalani Jordan says, fuck your entrance, which is absolutely diabolical, alright? Match was good, but we fast forward to the finish. Lola Vice hits the back fist, drops her ass for the 1, 2, 3. Lola Vice goes over. She tells Juicy Jane that it's still Vice City season and that she's coming for her, El Stupida Puta. There you go. Now that's all fine and dandy, but are you gonna actually put the belt on Lola Vice? You know what I mean? Like, you already dropped her out once. Like, that's the thing with Lola. Like, she can't win the first time when she needs to. But no. You'll give it to her the second time. Maybe. Right? And that's a big maybe. We don't know. But if you're not going to give it to her, then what the fuck are we doing? Like, I don't get it. But we move on to the next match, and that's for the Speed Championship. We have Tavion Heights going up against the reigning, defending, undisputed WWE Speed Champion, my nigga, Jasper Troy. Alright? Decent match for what it was. I mean, it's only 5 minutes. But it ends just how you expect. Hits Black Hole Slam for the 1, 2, 3. And still Speed Champion, Jasper Troy. Alright. Again, every time I see this dude, man, I'm like, yo, he reminds me so much of Abyss in that ring. Like, he could be the WWE's version of Abyss if they book him correctly. You know what I mean? Because I have Abyss in my Mount Rushmore of TNA. And eventually I'll do a video of who the other 3 are. But I'll tell you right now, Abyss is one of them. I've always been a fan of Abyss. Underrated as fuck. That dude, I mean, he just is so reminiscent of Abyss, you know, when I see him. But yeah, afterwards we see Lexis King coming out, hits the Royal Coronation on Tavion Heights, lays his ass out. We see just a glimpse. That's the shit I'm talking about. We see a glimpse of that loose cannon in Lexis King. He has that shit in him. He's got that psycho in him, where he needs to tap into it. Like, listen, I know he wants to separate himself from his pops, be his own man. I get that, but it ain't working. Right? Like, right, we ain't buying it. All right, you got that loose cannon in you, Lexis King. We need to see it. We need to tap into it. All right. We then get a segment with all these ladies backstage. We have Fatal Influence. We have Ren QCC, and then we have was it Zhao Ruka or Soria, whatever the fuck they're calling themselves. Ava was like, listen, there's going to be a 3-way next week to determine which one of you tag teams are going to go after the TNA Knockouts title. I'm like, oh, we're still doing this. Okay. Awesome. All right. It's like, it's always like I see more NXT going after TNA than TNA going after NXT. But what do I know? We have a segment with Stax and Lexis King trying to spit game to Chase U, and they're teasing this dissension between Chase U. And if it does, then Chase U is done. Honestly, that shit's been dead when Rich Holland took out like Duke Hudson and Dia Hale. And once Duke Hudson got released and then Dia Hale was no longer there, it's like, yo, Chase U is...
You're done. You're washed. It's over.
You know what I mean? Had a good run, but as they say, all good things must come to an end. Right? Afterwards, we see Miles Bourne stepping up to Robert Stone, bucking up to him. He's like, yo, I'm not telling you. Right? I'm demanding I'm in one of those qualifying matches. And Robert was like, okay, man, okay, relax. Jeez. We then get a vignette from the French luchador, Elio Lafio. Alright? He announces that he's going to make his debut next week against this man. The reigning, defending, undisputed North American, or should I say, North Canadian champion. It's not confidence, it's all ego. Mr. Ethan Page. Alright? So I'm interested. I want to see how good this dude is. Alright? I don't know shit about him. From the highlights they showed, I mean, looked like he's pretty athletic, so we'll see. We'll see how shit plays out. But get a promo from the Glamour, Blake Monroe. Can't call her Monica Monroe because there actually is a Monica Monroe. That's why Booker T got fucked up, because there's actually a Monica Monroe in reality of wrestling, Raw, which Booker T owns. So it's like, oh, that's why he got fucked up. Makes sense. All right, but Blake's talking her shit, talking about when you're talented as me, sometimes they just don't know what to do with you. She gets interrupted by the returning Miss Parker. Hey, Miss Parker. Jada Parker's fine ass coming through. There's a huge pop. I was like, yo, I shit you not. I was like one episode away. I'm like, if she did not come through in this episode, I was literally going to do a conspicuous in her absence of Jada Parker. Because I'm like, where the fuck is Jada Parker? She's been off TV for months. Finally comes back, gets a huge pop, right? She was trying to talk her shit. Blake wasn't having it. And then Jada was like, oh, she didn't hear me talking, right? You know, they start throwing blows. Jada gets the best of her. The whole crowd goes back to chanting, Miss Parker, Miss Parker. Oh yeah, man. Alright. We move on. Get another vignette from Mr. Silo Hill. And like, look, man. Like, there's potential in this dude. Was he my pick to win LFG? Absolutely not. No. But it is what it is. He won, like he said, via help from Rest in Peace. The Undertaker, player. Right? And he goes on to talk about fucking squirrels. Like, who are you? Joe Dirt? Like, what? Why do I care? I'm I'm having a hard time trying to connect to this dude, man. Like, because he's all over the place. Like, trying to, I guess, get the NXT audience to understand his backstory, where he's coming from. I'm like, bro, I ain't with it, man. I can't connect to it, man. I don't know. But he's challenging Stacks, or since he's on NXT, is chanting Stacks Lorenzo, right? Who, again, this dude is the NXT Heritage Cup winner. But why is he not defending the NXT Heritage Cup? I mean, if the shit's retired, then let us know. Unless I missed something. You know what I mean? Because I haven't heard anything about the NXT Heritage Cup in months. You know what I mean? But he's defending the TNA International Championship. And I like how you have an NXT talent defending a TNA belt against another NXT talent on NXT. Hilarious, isn't it? Right, but you fast forward to the finish. Ariana Grace gets involved, helps Stacks with the roll up for the 1, 2, 3, and still international champion Stacks. But I'm like, bro, you struggled to beat an LFG rookie. Like, you look weak as fuck right now, Stacks. I'm not gonna hold you. We didn't get a promo from the reigning, defending, undisputed Women's North American Champion, Izzy Dame. She says, welcome to the reality of Izzy Dame. Alright. But we see Tatum Paxley come out. She says it's on site. She ain't trying to hear none of that shit. Brings her fine ass to the ring, starts attacking Izzy Dame. Crowd's still behind her. So obviously this feud's gonna continue. Alright. We then see the Mean Street Posse, aka Vanity Project, backstage, and it hit me. It was right here. Right? I'm looking at Jackson Drake. I'm like, yo, he's the next Tyler Breeze. Like, when he did that stupid face when he's puckering his lips, I'm like, that's Tyler Breeze. Like, just a younger version of Tyler Breeze and Jamie Noble combined. You get Jackson Drake. There you go. But that leads us to the main event. You got I Believe in Joe Hendry. Dun, dun, with OTM backing him up. He's going up against my nigga Leon Lennox from I Was Born in the Darkness. Dark State. Alright. Entertaining match, up until the finish. Alright, we see Tony D'Angelo, goes right upside Lennox's back, steel chair, then hits a spine buster, lays his ass out, helps up Hendry, hits a spine buster on his ass too. Alright. Like, drags his carcass over at Leon, because it's kind of like the enemy of an enemy is my friend type shit, right? So Joe Hendry goes over by default. Alright. Then see Top 5 Security coming out. He's throwing around Chris Island from LFG. And the rest of the Top 5 Security jobbers taking bumps, throwing them into the steel post, German suplexes, and spine busters, and all that type of shit. As to stare down with Avo talking about, yeah, you seen that, I'm him. Right? I'm coming after that NXT championship, whether you like it or not. And that's it for this episode of NXT this week. I thought it was better than the last week's. Right? Definitely better than both Raw and SmackDown. Easily, without question. It's just way easier just to watch and just consume this product. You know what I mean? Like, time flies, doesn't feel like it's dragging on. Where I'm seeing this useless random ass matches, even though there are random ass matches on NXT, but at least they try to tell a story. I appreciate the attempt as compared to Raw and SmackDown, where it's just copy and paste. We do the same rotation every now and again. We swap out people. If they get injured or their storyline's up and shit like that. So Yeah, NXT over at Raw and SmackDown still, right? I've seen people say AAA is better than NXT, Raw, and SmackDown. So I had to lock back into AAA, where I covered it one time, didn't really get much traction on here. So we'll see. But as of right now, wasting off you guys' time. So with that said, be safe, be blessed, take care of yourself, protect you and yours, your loved ones, stay warm, stay dry, stay frosty, but most importantly, trust in God. God be with you. I'm out of here. Till next time, adios.